eager shareholders sit nervously in their chairs, mentally rehearsing their questions. Warren serves as master of ceremonies, calling first on one of the journalists, then one of the analysts, then one of the audience stations in numerical order, then back to the journalists for the next cycle. The morning session begins as usual. There's a question about driverless trucks and the threat it may pose to BNSF Railway or Geico. Another question about Berkshire's reinsurance deal with American International Group. A discussion about technology stocks, including IBM, Apple, Google, and Amazon. Warren was asked about the competitive nature of the airline industry, his thoughts on Coca-Cola, and the continuing struggle with Kraft Heinz. Then, toward the end of the morning session, a shareholder at Station 9 asked the 28th question, addressed to both Warren and Charlie. The two of you have largely avoided the capital allocation mistakes by bouncing ideas off one another. Will this continue long into Berkshire's future? Although on the surface the question is about capital allocation, its focus is clearly on succession and who will be making capital allocation decisions in the future. Warren responds first. Any successor that's put in at Berkshire, capital allocation abilities and proven capital allocation abilities are certain to be the uppermost in the board's mind. He points out that CEOs of a great many companies get to the top from a variety of backgrounds, including sales, legal, or manufacturing. But once in a leadership role, the CEO has to be able to make the decisions on allocating capital. Berkshire would not do well if somebody was put in who had a lot of skills in other areas, but really did not have an ability to allocate capital. What he said next made me sit upright in my chair. Warren begins, I've talked about it as being something I call a money mind. People can have 120 IQs or 140 IQs or whatever it may be, and some of them have minds that are good at one kind of thing and some of them another. They can do all kinds of other things that most mortals can't do. But I have also known very bright people who do not have money minds, and they can make very unintelligent decisions. That skill, capital allocation, isn't the way their wiring works. So we do want somebody, and hopefully they've got a lot of talent, but we certainly do not want somebody if they lack a money mind. A money mind. I had never heard Warren say those words before. At that moment, I knew that after all those years of studying Warren Buffett, I was only half right. My first exposure to Warren Buffett was in July 1984. I was training to be a stockbroker with a mid-Atlantic brokerage firm. Part of my training included reading a Berkshire Hathaway annual report. Like so many, I was instantly impressed with the clarity of Warren's writing. Most importantly, I was struck with how sensibly he laid out the idea that owning a stock was equivalent to owning a business. As a liberal arts major in college, I didn't study finance or accounting. So trying to understand stocks using rows of numbers and balance sheets and income statements did not come easy to me. But when Warren explained that stocks should be thought of as companies run by managers who sell products to consumers, suddenly everything made sense. When I earned my broker stripes and went into production, I knew exactly what I was going to do. I was going to invest my clients' money in Berkshire Hathaway and in the stocks Berkshire bought for its own portfolio. I wrote to the Securities and Exchange Commission for all the past Berkshire Hathaway annual reports.